Central Valley today. Hope you're having a wonderful morning and hope you had a great weekend and are looking forward to the work week. I am Alex Delgado, and coming up on the big show today is the beginning of Volunteer Week. Are you paying it forward? What kind of things you can do to give your community a hand? Also, looking to give your home a facelift but don't want to spend a fortune? We're going to tell you the difference between a remodel and a resurface and which local experts can do the job without breaking your bank account. Plus, a performance of the classic Little Women to benefit battered women. We'll explain. Central Valley Today begins right now. This week has been dubbed National Volunteer Week by the Points of Light Institute and HandsOn Network. The theme this year is celebrating people in action, an opportunity for individuals, families, and nonprofit organizations to celebrate those who accomplish extraordinary things through service. There are several projects going on this week that you can help with, and here to tell us more is Nicole Smera with HandsOn Central California. Did I say that correctly, Nicole?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, right, she's being nice. Along with Wes Dodd with AmeriCorps Vista. So welcome both of you to the show. Tell us about Volunteer Week and when this actually began. How many years has it been, this been allocated as Volunteer Week?
I would say probably the last 20 years has been National Volunteer Week, and it's happening all over the United States. There's different projects going on here locally and across our country.
And what what constitutes as volunteer work? Let's talk about that a little bit, Wes, in case people are wondering.
Sure. Volunteer work can really be anything. Most of it involves working with nonprofit agencies, but you can do big events like what we're doing. We're building a playground and planting trees, things like that. But you can also do administrative work, office work, whatever the agencies really need.
And what kind of things do you have in store for this week? I know you were talking about the playground, and before we get to that, I want to ask you a little bit about your organization. So tell us a little bit about what you do, HandsOn Central California.
Well, we do a whole lot of things. What we really do is promote volunteerism in the community. We help people find opportunities to serve with other organizations in our community. We work with about 400 local nonprofit and government agencies. So.
Oh, so you're kind of the middleman, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
How great, and what kind of reaction do you get from people who maybe were a bit reluctant to volunteer at first, and then afterwards you saw what kind of change that they've encountered within themselves? What kind of reaction do you get from people?
Go ahead.
Well, there's a lot of that. Most of our volunteers say they get really more out of it than the people they're serving. But it really depends on what you're doing. Like you said, economic times are slow, so even just keeping up your experience in the office, things like that, you can really get a lot out of it and a lot of experience.
What do you mean when you say keeping up your experience in the office?
Well, if for some reason you were laid off or lost your job, we're getting a lot of calls right now from volunteers of people who just want to stay active and really build their experience within the professional world. Okay. And volunteering is a good way to do that.
And you help them do that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you match people maybe to what they would like to do. For example, we're looking at video. This is Tree Fresno, I imagine, right? Mm-hmm. People out there. That's really great. Okay, let's talk about Kaboom, an organization that is building a playground. Mm-hmm. Are you asking for volunteers for that?
We are.
Okay.
We need 90 volunteers to come out and help us make this playground become a reality. It's being built in Lemoore in a low-income community, and they've been trying for 37 years to get this playground built, and it's finally happening.
37 years?
That's right, 37 years.
Is it going to be a really big playground, or
it is.
Tell me about what it's going to look like?
It's huge. It's
okay,
a huge
good.
playground. There's swings, slides. They're doing a mural painting. There's going to be like a community garden there. So it's a huge,
Why
huge
has
project.
it taken so long? Because of the funds, maybe?
Yeah, it's hard to get the funds, and this program travels around the United States and gives every community an opportunity to build. So it's our turn here in the Central Valley.
Bellhaven Drive is where it's going to be. Lemoore, Saturday, April 25th. So this Saturday, 8 a.m. till 2:30 is your opportunity to head out there and help them build a playground that has been in the works for 37 years. For goodness gracious. All right. And also, you are having an event as well, HandsOn Central California, with the 2009 Generation Green Project. So let's talk about that, Wes.
Sure. We're partnering with Tree Fresno and a couple other organizations, and we're sponsored by
Good Old Days Antiques.
Good Old Days Antiques.
And Chipotle and the
Chipotle.
Flood District, and it's a huge environmental project. We're doing restoration, planting, cleanup around some of our
that's great.
environmental treasures in our community.
Is it by the San Joaquin River Parkway? Is that where it's going to be? The kickoff
the
event?
kickoff. Mhm.
Okay, and that is on Old Front Road, or are there different locations where this is going to be happening?
We will have other locations, but the kickoff is at the River Center, and then you'll be sent out to different locations to help do the planning and cleanup.
How many people do you expect for that one? I imagine a lot for both.
300 apiece. We're hoping to get 300 volunteers out apiece. So.
That's not bad. You
Yeah.
can do that. I know
Yeah.
our community loves to help out, and that's wonderful. Okay, so Generation Green is also this Saturday, just so you know. So there's 2 opportunities to go volunteer, and it really is so important, not only to keep up your skills, as you say, Wes, but also, golly, to do nice things for other people.
That's right. Yeah.
Right? All right, if people want to get involved in your organization, how do they do that? HandsOn Central California.
Well, we have a great website. It's actually a volunteer matching network, so they can get on and look for volunteer opportunities based on their zip code or their interest, and all they have to do is go to handsoncentralcal.org, and or they can call us and we'll help them find something that will fit their needs.
I think this is a great organization, and what will you be doing for the rest of the week, since this is the volunteer week?
Just
Getting the word out.
Getting the word out and helping other organizations get the word out about their events going on this weekend as well.
If there's an organization out there that also needs help getting volunteers, do they contact you? Can they do that?
Definitely.
Okay, perfect. HandsOn Central California. That is for sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you very
and
much.
have a great week.
You too.
All
Thank
right.
you.
It is Green Week here at NBC, and KC24 and Electronic Recyclers want to help you do your part and recycle your old and unused electronics. Bring your stuff out this Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. ERI is where we will be. It's located